Pacific Crest Trail, California, Section H, begins. So, we're going to start out on the PCT, Section H. I understand the H stands for heaven. This is some of the best part of the Sierra Nevadas. Looking forward to it.
While we're here, like I said, the fawn, I think I see it hiding under the tree. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Back to the mother. Very cool. I have a rule about not harassing wildlife, so. I also hate to mess it with her. Being quite this cute. Let's see if I can. Oh, that really made me nervous.
I just wanted to get this real fast, show you how much my world is changing. Hopefully I'm doing this such it actually looks good. Anyway, dark and stormy in about 30 minutes. Pretty sure I'm not going over that today. I think we're looking at Forester, and it looks pretty stormy.
Ended up stopping early tonight. Didn't get anywhere near the mileage I thought I would get. Well, actually I did. I really only wanted to go 2 more miles, but I stopped early because, as you might notice, I am literally at the edge of the tree line. From here on up to Forester Pass, there is no coverage. There's been no lightning, but lots of thunder since, well, for the last 2 hours. So I decided I should probably duck in here. And it's close enough. I'm only 4 miles from the pass itself. Although I'm a little concerned because people I met down trail, it's about 4 o'clock, said they summited at like 11 and 11:30. And I'm thinking, boy, I hope that trail it's 4 miles, but I hope it's not so difficult that it takes healthy people 5 hours to walk down it. So, since we have this extra time, let's talk about what's for dinner, because I don't think I've ever done that for you. Well, tonight, we'll have a wonderful delicacy made of some of the finest ingredients found anywhere in the world. In the true fashion of a sailor, we of course are having a one-pan meal. Our meal this evening consists of some fine dehydrated vegetables to give us what we need from our veggies. Of course, top ramen, a staple in any good backpacker's cuisine. And then I've also added some dehydrated tofu that I was introduced to by Mike and Bevy. That is awesome. I've been using that every meal. I just take a few chunks of it to add it to my top ramen. Now, I want you to know tonight's very special in that I have mixed 2 different dehydrated vegetable soup mix, one an Italian and one just a classic vegetable. So truly, tonight is a great delicacy. By the way, this is it for dinner. And trust me, by the time I get done eating this, I will be stuffed, tired, and ready for bed.
I can't believe that this is now the path to Forester. Clear skies, well, clear enough. Sunshine, looking pretty. This is as nice as it's looked, since we've been here, but it's 7 o'clock in the evening. This is after we stopped because it was so dark and thundery and cloudy and, tent set up, and I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed so I can get up early in the morning. Hopefully it'll be beautiful then too. Anyway, here's the sunset view of those mountains from my tent.
Good morning. I am making my way up to Forester Pass today. As you can see, the weather is pristine. Different than yesterday when I decided to camp. Better than it was even when I was getting upset that I hadn't gone further. Forester Pass is right up ahead there. I'll get you some shots when we get closer. It was named after the U.S. Forest personnel that created it back in 1929. I gotta tell you, I really appreciate the work those guys did. And I'm figuring they did an awful lot of it with a sledgehammer on granite. Maybe some drills, but a whole heck of a lot of shoveling and work to get there. Kind of crazy, but inspirational. Anyways, you can see there's a lot of granite on the way to Forester Pass. $99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall, 19 bottles of beer on the wall, 19 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. 18 bottles of beer on the wall, 18 bottles of beer on the wall, 18 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. 17 bottles of beer on the wall, 17 bottles of beer on the wall. 3 bottles of beer on the wall, 3 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. 2 bottles of beer on the wall, 2 bottles of beer on the wall, 2 bottles of beer. Here you go. Take one down and pass it around. 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer. You take it down and pass it around. No bottles of beer on the wall. Hey. That didn't even get me to the Forester Pass approach. I thought for sure I'd get there. Oh well. No bottles of beer on the wall. No bottles of beer. You go to the store, you buy one more. 1 bottle of beer on the wall. 1 bottle of beer on the wall. 1 bottle of beer. You go to the store, buy one more. 2 bottles of beer on the wall. Enough of that. This is that Andes Gap. Unfortunately today has no snow on it before you start climbing the rest of the way up. The end. Okay, as you can see, we made it, but there's a whole lot of other people talking, so I won't say much up here. But this is in fact Forester Pass.
I just used this log to cross this part of the stream. I'd walked upstream enough to split the tributary into 2. First one was a rock and log combination, second one was a log. Never felt comfortable with any of it. This is a good, solid, stable log, but I tell you what, folks, it scared the heck out of me. Amazing. I know you're going to get bored of hearing me talk about this. I know I'm using the word beauty too many times, but it just comes along that way. Today I was worried about making the miles because of
the rain that always is happening in the afternoons and the lightning and the hail. There's a lot of clouds up there, but watch it, I'm gonna jinx it again. I got my fingers crossed that we're not gonna see much of it because I can do the hours and make the distance I need. So I gotta pay attention to the trees that's in the road here. But the rain and the hail can kind of mess things up, makes it a lot harder, makes it go slower. So it'd be nice if it would stay just like it is right now. Wow. This is spectacular. By the way, that's the river I had to cross a little while earlier that I was talking about the log. Yeah, I love to look at it. I really don't want to cross it. All right, going on down the trail. Okay, so you remember that comment earlier about possibly jinxing the weather? Yeah, I gotta stop talking about the weather. Within the hour it was raining, storming, thunder and lightning, hail. Not as bad as it was a couple days ago down when we were getting ready to go, the day before we were ready to go to Whitney. But it was enough to make it a challenging, less enjoyable afternoon, especially because it was really going good when I was doing one of the harder climbs to get up here to Bullfrog. Heading over to Kearsarge Pass tomorrow and on into Independence. Take a 0 day, get resupplied, and keep on going. Section 8 continues, and it is, when the weather's clear, like in the mornings, this place is heavenly. Fair winds. Yesterday, crossed over Forester Pass. I've watched a lot of videos of people crossing over it before, PCT hikers, a little earlier in the season. They had snow and had to use ice axe and micro spikes to get over the top. Had a lot of respect for them then. Oh my gosh. I'm now in awe, and I'm really glad I didn't do it. For me, it was scary enough with a dry, clear trail. There's this one section, very, very close to the top. It's the gap that everybody talks about because it's very icy. You start to slide, it doesn't look like there's anywhere to go. Well, the videos do not do it justice. It's not as far crossed as it looks like on the videos. It looks like it's really only about 50 feet. On videos, it looks like it's further. What you don't realize about those videos is that they're shooting down from about 20 feet up. It's a lot steeper than what it looks like. And it's scary as heck, even when there's no snow on it. Not to mention, for me, I'm a little fearful of heights, as I've told you before. Other parts of the trail, narrow, drop off rock, scary as all get out. Anyway, my point is, anybody that did it when they needed micro spikes and an ice axe, you got more of something than I got. Okay, now I'm going to share with you, but you don't be telling my wife this, okay? You know, yesterday, coming along with the desired destination point for today of being over at Kearsarge Pass. Well, one of the best ways to get there is to come up Bullfrog Trail. So, of course, when I got to the junction that came to Bullfrog Trail, I checked in with the community, those people at the Guts Hook that happen to hike and add comments. Now, we've already discussed that the bears are very active in this area. One of the things that a community member had added, note, was that, hey, don't camp here. Don't camp on the Bullfrog Trail, which is the trail I needed to take. His reason was, apparently there's a bear in the area that is not intimidated by humans. Most bears, when they see you, they run away. These brown bears, not grizzlies, but brown bears. Apparently this one, he does not run away. They say he's not aggressive. He's just not at all intimidated. He'll come right on up to you. Maybe check out to see what you got to eat. Bad idea to feed the bears, but hey, what are you going to do when a buddy comes asking? Now, normally that would be enough of a caution for me to try and avoid a spot, but hey, there's a lot of miles. And as my wife can tell you, I'm a rule follower. And so I followed the bear safety rules to a T. And I got to tell you this morning, I'm glad to say, I'm still here to tell you, I'm alive. No bears, no signs, no hassles. Anyway, like I said, camp there. Glad to be alive this morning to tell you I'm here. Don't share this with my wife. Hey, Kearsarge Pass. 11,760 feet. Now we'll head on over and make our way down the other side to get into Independence. Gilbert Lake. High Sierras. Just too pretty not to stop and take a look at. I think I'm gonna have to camp here on my way back after I resupply. There's another lake just up the hill called Flower Lake. It's also beautiful too. It's the last water source before you go to make the pass. So it was pretty crowded there when I walked by. And this is, 11 o'clock in the morning, midday. People are 10 o'clock, I don't know, whatever. People should be gone by now if they're really trying to hike very far, especially with the weather we've been having lately. But hey, it's your own hike. Hike it the way you want. Anyway, I just thought you'd enjoy taking a little bit of Gilbert Lake. Maybe even looking up at what's coming later. The Weather Service says the weather's going to get better, but I think you're going to have rain again. Well, I'm approaching the trailhead here beneath Kearsarge Pass. Hope it's the Onion Valley trailhead, because that's where my sister and our friend Bob are hopefully meeting me to save me from hitching into Independence and Lone Pine or Bishop or wherever we decide to go. Here we are, forest, waterfall, and look at all those cars. I haven't seen that many cars since I last got on the trail coming down the freeway. Beautiful place for a trailhead though. Just a real quick note for the record. After a very fulfilling full 0 day in Bishop, California, Alice and Bob and Austin have just dropped me off at the Onion Tree Trailhead, and I'm starting my climb up Kearsarge Pass again. This is Bullfrog Lake again, but this time from above. Hey, I'm here at Glen Pass with my whoops, let me get that. With my new best hiking buddy, Mike. Hi. And my new best hiking buddy, Celine.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. We made Glen Pass. This is for both of us, all of us. This is our second pass today, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay, one day, 2 passes. Great. We're there.
Good morning. I'm walking out here at Ray Lakes. I got in relatively late last night. I was looking for a nice, quiet spot to camp out, and I found one. Kind of all by myself. Let me just do one circle though, so you can see why people like to come down here to Ray Lakes in the summertime. It is spectacular. So anyway, I found my tent site, got all set up, just almost getting ready to get to bed, when a crew rolls in, over a dozen people. Turns out it's a bachelor party. I thought, oh my God, this is gonna be awful. Hey, but you know what? It's a bachelor party where most people were inexperienced with camping, but there was a couple of people that knew what was going on. It was really loud for about 15 minutes, and then it was dead quiet. They were all dead after going over Glen Pass. Inexperienced hikers walking alone. It got up pretty fast. It's kind of funny. Again, here's a little more of Ray Lakes. Before sunrise, but it's coming soon. I just had a gentleman walk past me. Morning! We had a great statement. He said, "You can't make any progress this morning because he has too many things to look at." I'm thinking, that's true if your progress goal is to walk a long distance. I'm thinking, wow, if you could just completely avoid any of that kind of progress and focus on this kind of progress, you're making amazing progress by simply sitting down here and looking at the views. Hey, I just realized something. This is something most PCT hikers, the great majority that try to get to Canada, never really see, because they'd see this beautiful area, but it's going to be frozen, cold, white, none of these amazing reflections to make this place such a wonderful place to be. Another interesting thing yesterday, I did talk to a ranger about that bear reported at Bullfrog Lake. You know, the one that's no longer intimidated by humans. And she confirmed it. She said, yes, in fact, he's there. Wow. Yeah, the bear's there. He's not intimidated, but it's all smell. He says their eyesight's really bad. They can't see. All they do is have the smell. And if you're sitting there really quietly eating your peanut butter, let me just, I'm gonna even turn this around so you can. This area here at Ray Lakes. Continuing the story about the bear and the ranger. The ranger said the bears basically have bad eyesight and they smell. And if you're sitting there quietly trying to eat your peanut butter, and the bear senses it, smells it, he'll definitely come up to explore. And this bear come right on up to you. But her advice, she said, really, they don't want you, they just want your food. So make some noise and move. They'll pick up the movement. But if you're sitting there being nice and quiet, then they have no idea that you're there, and they're just looking to eat. And this one bear apparently, I don't know, maybe his eyesight's especially bad. He doesn't care that you're a human. He will just come along. Good morning. And check out your food. So there's your advice. See a bear coming. Keep your food together. Make some noise. And wow, we got steps again. And hopefully the bear will move on. She says they really are timid. They really are okay. Chris kept wanting to ask her, when's the last time she saw a bear? By the way, that's Ray with an E, R-A-E, not R-A-Y. In case you want to look him up. Fair winds.
Heading towards Pinchot Pass. It's still got to be about 5 miles away.
Hey, I was thinking about it, and it dawned on me this morning. The reason I was having such trouble getting my breath is because over here at Ray Lakes, and those are breathtaking views. The real thing. They actually took my breath. I'm not sure what I think about that. But I'm doing okay now, so I guess it's okay. Welcome to Pinchot Pass. 9 o'clock in the morning. Glad to be here, but yep, pretty tired. But I might try and make another pass today. We'll see how it goes.
am so glad I brought my umbrella. I can't tell you how useful it's been up here in the Sierras. I have used it every day for multiple hours, whether it was protection from the rain or like today, from the sun. It's been a real good asset to have with me. A guy with an Australian accent just walked by and offered me $200 for my umbrella. I probably should have taken it, but what would I do with $200 out here? Also, while I have no scientific evidence of this, the empirical evidence suggests that the umbrella is also a wonderful bear deterrent. I have seen no bears. They've stayed away from me the entire time I've had the umbrella out. Not only that, they've been afraid to come across the trail and leave any indications that they've been here. That's how effective this umbrella is. Now, if it was only as effective at deterring mosquitoes as it is bears, I think I'd have the ideal piece of recreational equipment for hikers in the backcountry of the Sierras. All the time I had it wrong. I now think that that's Mather Pass. I thought it was that one way over there. They kept getting further and further away. I was starting to feel discouraged. I feel pretty good if that's Mather. I should be able to make it. We are now at Mather Pass. We've made Mather Pass. We've got a whole new view to look at now. I do apologize for all of the haze. My understanding is from the trail peoples, it might be from the fire. What's going on over at Yosemite and Tuolumne area. It's been burning, but sure is smoking up what otherwise would be a stellar view up here. I don't think it's just humidity, because you can see clouds from that. But still, you'll notice the lakes down there, the huge granite flows, other lakes down there in the valley. But I can't stay up here too long. I need to get down there so that I can find myself a place to camp for the night before it gets dark, and I got a long way to go down. So, adios for now. Today I find myself faced with a tough decision. What I found is that I have about 4 days to go to get to my next resupply location, but I only have 3 days worth of food. Now, how did that happen? Well, I made the ignorant assumption that if there was no snow on the ground, I'd be able to go a little faster through the Sierras. Well, what I've learned is, with no snow on the ground, you might think you could go faster, but the snow actually, I think, has a double effect. It smooths things out to make it easier to walk where you can walk on the snow. Then you lose time when you post hole and have issues like that. But when there's no snow, there's lots of rocks and lots of sticks, and there's no glissiding, and it takes, so honestly, I think it takes about the same amount of time. Another consideration going on right now is that we have this smoky haze going on. I don't know whether it's moisture. I don't think so. I've been in the Sierras a bunch before, and I've never seen this much haze going on. So the Sierras are not as pretty as I know they can be. So do I want to keep pushing myself when it's not pretty, or get away for a while and let it clear up? Decisions. Now, we already know I'm deficiting as far as calories go. I mean, yesterday's double pass day, All Trail said I would have burned over 8,000 calories. I guarantee I did not eat anywhere close to 8,000 calories yesterday. So maybe if I spread it out, my meals, move breakfast into lunch, lunch into dinner, pick up an extra day, spread it out some, maybe I can get an extra day without going crazy, and I'll make it up when I get to where somebody else is fixing the food. This is the view from 10,000 feet. The kind of thing they talk about in business all the time. What's it look like from 10,000 feet? Well, here you go. So, to add a new layer of complexity to my decision making for today, I just passed a hiker named Raleigh. Raleigh is on his 11th journey on the John Muir Trail, the JMT. He tells me that there is food aplenty to be had in the hiker boxes that can be found at the John Muir Ranch. It's about 3 miles off trail, so it's not just little John. Consider 3 miles on, 3 miles off, half a day. But food, that definitely sounds better than hiking into Bishop. But not as nice as if I can just go to BVR. Anyway, so now the third option to consider before I hit the junction, it goes to Bishop. But I think I'm about where I can scratch Bishop off the list. Well, folks, as pretty as it could be here, the smoke has continued to come in. I don't know whether it's from the fires at Yosemite and Tuolumne or whether it's another fire that's down the canyon coming this way. Regardless, it's not nearly as pretty as the Sierras can be, so I'm coming to a pass to go to Bishop Pass. If I don't take that, I'm stuck crawling north over Muir and then Selden and keep heading towards Mammoth. I heard from some friends at Mammoth that it's so smoky there, they're not going outside right now. And they've been having this for several days now. So I'm gonna make the executive decision and come off trail, head out at Bishop. Sorry, hate to disappoint you. A little disappointed myself, but I've got a whole new perspective on long distance hiking, so maybe I'll apply that and we'll see where we go from there. It's been fun. I'll take some more shots as I get out as I can go. But you can see from looking behind me, it's pretty damn smoky here. Rose texted me to tell me that the closest border for this fire to us is 70 miles to the northwest. Man, you could have told me it was, half a mile down this canyon and I'd have swear you were telling me the truth. Piece of unsolicited advice. Get yourself some good marching songs, words that you can sing. Now I'll tell you how important this is. Unbelievably important. Here's why. You may recall, a week or two ago, I did that little bit about 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Man, dang, I tell you, I can't get that out of my head now. I got another pass I'm trying to go up here. What comes into my head? 99 bottles of beer. And it's a great song in that it has that repetition, gets your rhythm going. It's a nice hiking pace.
And you can also adjust it if you need to when you come to a rocky spot. But I tell you, there's a point. You know, I once heard you could use the Indiana Jones song to wipe any other song out of your head, because it's one of those songs you could sing and then you wouldn't keep repeating it. I believe that's true. I've used it. However, I gotta tell you, 99 bottles of beer, it keeps coming back. Dang it. I gotta get some more repertoire. Build up my library of marching songs that I can use when I'm out here and wanna make some trails. Anyway, once again, another unsolicited piece of advice as we cross the stream. Fair winds. Yep, Bishop Pass, pretty flat, pretty easy. Quite surprised. Oh, here we have it, the official sign. So you can see it. I am in fact really here. Of course it's not 12,000 feet, only 11,972. Maybe if I jump really hard up at this high altitude, I could get 28 feet of height and make the 12,000. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm calling it 12,000. And again, this was definitely by far the easiest pass I've crossed in the Sierras. It is a different world up here though. That pass was so easy, I almost forgot. I was gonna reward myself with a Sausalito cookie when I got up here. Notice, I have one perfectly shaped Sausalito cookie. Now normally, I never carry cookies backpacking. They're way too heavy. But down in Bishop last week, coming over Kearsarge Pass, I decided I was gonna do something different, carry some extra calories in cookies. Most of them came from the package, all smashed, like they appear in here. But I had one perfect cookie, and I decided Bishop Pass was the perfect place to eat that cookie. So, bon appetit. Okay, so now this is almost too crazy for me. After all those things I just said about Bishop Pass being so easy, and all those other extreme places I've been, how is it that Bishop Pass is the one place I actually am gonna have to go hike across the snow? Here I thought I wasn't gonna do any snow at all. But here at Bishop Pass, the easy pass, I got snow. That's crazy. Just coming off of Bishop Pass, looking down to the east. What a beautiful, beautiful area. We have a series of lakes, some trees. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna be hiking through there on my way to the trailhead. Right at the moment, I'm walking along Long Lake. And I decided it was just so pretty, I had to stop for a minute and let you guys have a look. My good friends, that is South Lake behind me. At the end of South Lake is the trailhead, where my very special trail angel Rose is hopefully there to whisk me away back to the unnatural world. That means Pacific Crest Trail, California, Section H, Southern Section, with an exit at Bishop Pass, is about to come to a close. It's been a beautiful hike. I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you on future treks when we're out here hiking. But for right now,
Wow. Just look at this. You gotta love the Sierras. I mean, what's not to love about them? In the meantime, happy trails, fair winds. Till then. Look! There's my trail angel.
Well, trail angel's over there too because they let me double park over here for a thing.
Sweet. Thank you to the Ford Park Service for letting us break some rules. I heard parking was terrible there.
Yeah, there's no parking.